It's a bear. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Lovely day out there, and here is our live cam of Deerfield Beach. I'm trying to focus on live cams in South Florida here on the East Coast. And wow, there's some great tropical fish out there. Take a look at this shot. You can watch this yourself. Just go on YouTube and go to Live Deerfield Beach Cam. They do it every morning. Some days good clarity, some days not so good. You know, I throw a couple cams up here, but wow, I could look at this forever. Well, today's show is going to kind of be interesting. We'll get into spot prices right away, but the reason I'm suggesting you don't buy silver eagles is the same reason I said not to last time. Not because they're not a great product. They're a wonderful product, and they're just way overpriced. And I'm going to tell you the best thing to do. And again, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't own silver eagles or that they're a terrible product or anything. So before anyone gets their pants in a wad, their panties in a wad, relax. Silver eagles are a great product. If you bought them at right levels and good prices a while back ago, you're completely fine. And I can also show you not only are you fine, but you have a good opportunity to take advantage and make some serious money with your silver eagles without selling your silver position. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well, or tell you how to do that as well. Let's move into spot prices. And I forgot to tell you, for you new folks, I'm Brian Kuzmar. I'm a second-generation precious metal and rare coin dealer here in South Florida, a brick-and-mortar store. That's all I do is buy and sell precious metals, rare coins, paper money, jewelry, artwork, and other things. But I've been doing precious metals since 1977. It's just, and actually, I could teach anyone how to do precious metals. Give me a couple weeks with someone, and I'll teach you how to be a precious metal dealer. So it's not rocket science, trust me. However, you know, it's not always about what you know in precious metals. Sometimes it's who you know, and that's one of my other advantages. Is that I know a lot of people in this industry, and I've been around a long time. And like I said, I've been in this building since 1995. I've been doing this since 1977. My father is a dealer still to this day. Old dealer, too. So let's take a look at prices overnight. I'm going to do a quick... before we get into, again, not much news today. I'm going to skip by news real quick. I'm going to go into comments from yesterday's video, see if I can answer a few comments there. And then I'm going to go into some good deals out there, you know, what you shouldn't buy and things that you probably should buy. I'm going to go into some prices and what you should look for with your local dealers. Of course, you know me if you've been listening to my shows. I'm all about dealing local, not because the big guys online aren't good or there's anything wrong with them or their prices suck, just because I'm a firm believer in keeping the money local, keep it in your community if at all possible, even if you got to pay a tiny bit more. I don't care if it's coins, precious metals, tires, or jewelry. Keep it in your community if you can. I'm going to refresh. Oh, I did refresh this, didn't I? I'm going to do another refresh here. And let's see here. Get to pop up over there. World spot price is up a little bit. Coin says a bear today, so it looks like the coin's wrong. But again, we do that coin for fun. But some of you were commenting how scary it was right for quite some time there. But let's see what happens. But it looks like it's up a little bit this morning from where it was yesterday. And we're back. Yesterday's video, by the way, it was called Psychological Numbers. And actually, I did spell psychological wrong for the guy that caught it there. So we went back, and I thought my spell check caught it. I knew I spelled it wrong. I relied on spell check. See what happens when you rely on third parties? Anyways, let's talk about gold and silver here. Yesterday's show was about psychological numbers, and the round numbers like $1,900, like $28. And if you notice, in precious metals especially, we bounce back off these things like they're walls, like they're secret ceilings that we can't. It's like bouncing a rubber ball on a ceiling. It bounces right back. $28 has been that psychological number on silver here for a little while, and gold has been like 1900 has been the psychological number, and platinum, gosh, I don't know what that number is. 1200 actually, though. I guess 1200 for platinum has been the psychological number as well. Here's the interesting thing: is what's common about all those numbers is they're all zeros. 1900, 28. 1200. They're all even zero numbers. And again, yesterday's show I kind of delved into why is that? Why do we have, and the same thing applies into other markets as well, but you can really see it in precious metals markets. Again, the magic 2,000 number. You know, remember with gold it was the magic $1,000 number. Why $1,000? Why not 987 or 1,111? But the interesting thing that we got into yesterday, and if you notice, again, we are bouncing off the psychological number. And there's two types of psychological numbers that we touched on yesterday. Where there's the ones that haven't been broken through, and then the ones that have been gone through. The ones that haven't been broken through, the psychological numbers for silver is still zeros, $50. That's a psychological number for silver. It's territory we haven't surpassed yet. So there's probably more fear in that psychological number than there would be in others. Or not fear, but unknown. We're in known psychological territory. We've already blown past this $1,900 level, so we know it's going to blow past it. It's just some reason, it's some trading level / psychological level where it's set at 1,900. Same thing with silver at 28. Same thing with platinum at 1,200. And here's my thoughts on psychological numbers. I think that 30 is a psychological number for silver, just because that's a kind of goal that was set last year, and then you've got your Reddit silver squeeze people that were looking at bumping that $30 market. So 30 is kind of in the psyche of people right now. But I think once we blow through $30 on silver, we're going to, it's just going to kind of continue to go up from there. I mean, we'll see some monkey hammer, of course, and you know, when the equities and the global market collapses, you're going to see a collapse in gold and silver prices too, but it won't last long, and you wouldn't be able to buy at those prices, at least physical you won't. But you may be able to make paper trades at those levels, which might be a good deal. We'll talk about that sometime as well. So gold sitting at 1895 overnight ranges, 1888 to 1897. Silver 2755 to 2793. Again, that below that 28 level, and gold below that 1900 level. And I made the mistake about a week or two ago saying we had surpassed the 1900 level. I felt that we were sitting around 1899, 1900. But you know what? Really, because this is known territory. We've been as over $2,000, $2,100 gold already. So this is known psychological territory. So we all have no doubt in our minds that we're going to surpass this $1,900 mark. So it's just a trading level, an even number trading level that we know we're going to bust through. It's just a matter of when the frick is it going to happen, and it'll happen soon. Same thing with silver and platinum. Again, platinum and silver range 2755 to 2793, 1154 to 1167 overnight. Coin says a bear. Tough to say. Sideways is sideways a bear. I kind of think that's where we're going to head today. I don't see us busting that 1928 today, but it's going to happen soon. Just a matter of what day will it happen. Well, let's not discuss spot prices. You guys got plenty of time to look at those, and I'm sure you looked at them 100 times before you listened to this show. If you're a stacker, like most people, you got to know where the market's at all the time. And don't fret when it goes down, just buy the dips. Not much to talk about in ZH today, and that's probably a good thing. There's not too much gold and silver news. I didn't see too much news that I believe affects the price of gold and silver abnormally, any more than the normal out here that I want to talk to, which is good because I don't really want to talk about news today. Again, I'll go over a few little headlines and we'll just plug them real quick. Then we'll move over to gata.org. Again, we're not going to stay there long at all because there's not too much to read. I'm going to go directly into pretty fast into comments, answering some comments from yesterday's videos, and then I'm going to go into telling you, what Silver Eagles, why they're not a good deal. It's still a great product, but why they're not a good deal. What good deals are out there, and there's some really good deals out there you should be looking at rather than overpriced Silver Eagles and some other overpriced product that I see out there. And again, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's see, ZH, not too much in headlines out there. And why do I like ZH? Because they have different opinions, different narratives. It's not a single narrative like you get from corporate news. And that's just for the old people that are new watching this. If you're wondering why I like ZH as a hub, news hub. Fauci, God, he's in trouble. Crypto rebounds. This is interesting as El Salvador passes a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. I'm cool with that. I like the idea, but why just Bitcoin? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, listen, we're going to allow a lot of different types of so-called money out there, because I don't consider Bitcoin money at all. It's just fiat. It's electronic fiat. It's like the dollar bill. I consider gold real money. But remember, I'm a hard asset guy. You expect me to say that, so, and I do. I see a place for cryptos, but it's not money, trust me. And as far as crypto goes, El Salvador, I don't know why they wouldn't make Ethereum and others legal tender as well. Why not just open up the whole deal? I'd like to see the United States do that too, is allow other competing currencies against the dollar. But remember, this is the reason that cryptos, unless their cryptos are going to be run by central banks and governments themselves, they're not going to allow these to go that far. They're going to kind of put a leash on it like they are in the United States and allow it to get so far. But they're going to come out with their own cryptos at some point. They want to cashless society, which is very dangerous, and you should go kicking and screaming against that, folks, in a cashless society. But meanwhile, I digress. We're going to talk about precious metals. 10-year yields plunge below 1.5% as record short squeeze accelerates. I guess nobody wants to buy 10-year yields plunge below 1.5% as record. Yeah, that's not a good thing, but good for precious metals overall, and that's probably why we're seeing strength right now and not weakness, is because they're not doing so well. Biden EU leaders to unravel Trump's $18 billion America First tariff fight. I'm not going to get into politics, but and I'm not a big fan of tariffs either. So, I guess I just better plain right say I don't know much about it. So let me keep my mouth shut. Futures flat as meme stonks. God, 10 years tumble. We knew that. Again, not too much out here. Let's just skip through here. I'm sure that most of you read ZH as well, and if you don't, you probably should. Just gives you different viewpoints, and you should always have different viewpoints. It makes you a smarter bear. GATA.org, not much to talk about here as well. Paris and Berlin lead fight to dilute EU stricter bank capital rules, which is the Biz 3 rules that are coming through, making it harder for banks to use their own internal calculations to decide the size of their capital base. Looks a little complicated. Again, read this on gata.org. If you're a new viewer of my videos here, I say this once, I'll say this a million times. If gata.org is not on your bookmark bar up there and you're not reading this at least once a week, then you really have no clue what you're doing in precious metals. And again, they don't pay me to say this. In fact, they don't even know who I am. So, gata.org, great site. I don't care who you are. You need to be reading the site once a week. They'll tell you who the players are, what the players are doing, and all kinds of cool information. These are the guys that told us that the markets were rigged long ago, before any of the corporate or mainstream people would even acknowledge that they were, even before the courts or the regulators knew it, or were denying it. Again, not too much to talk about here. More more Hemke and Sprott stuff. Oh yeah, this is interesting only because I'm a coin dealer. 1933 Double Eagle $20 St. Gaudens sold for $18.9 million. That's huge, man. I'm not sure if it's the most expensive coin ever. Hold on, coin sold for a record setting. Yeah, it was $19 million almost. This is the 1933 coin that supposedly like a dozen got out of the mint in 1933 during the Depression, but they were never legally issued. Somehow they escaped the mint. Some people think security guys stole them. Some people think they were given out or something or whatever. But no less, they were illegal to own. One showed up somewhere, got confiscated, and this is the one they got right now. I believe there's 6 or 7 more out there that are in the hands of the Treasury Department or somebody. But really cool story, and again, $19 million for a coin. Well, I guess cars sell for a lot of money, stamps, and again, high-end stuff just going to keep continuing to go up, especially with cheap money. People are looking for places to put their money, and whoever had $19 million, obviously it wasn't all the money they had, because that would have been a dumb move, but somebody spent $19 million for a coin, man. That tells you a lot. Let's move out of gata.org. Again, I know I didn't discuss much, but most of it we discussed already. I want to get into prices real quick here, too. I don't want to dilly-dally in the news since there's not a lot to talk about. And let's see here. Yesterday's video, psychological numbers. We talked about that at the beginning of the show, and if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I think it was pretty damn good. So take a watch from yesterday's video if you get a chance, and you can watch some of my other videos too. Hey, also, please, if you would, and you're still hanging on, you're still watching me right now, make sure you hit the like button, if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. And hit the subscribe button here too as well. Good for me to know that people are out there watching. It encourages me to keep doing these things. And let's see here. Let's talk about. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here, Michael, wherever you are. Here's a coffee for you. Sorry about that, folks. Got a little dry there. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. Savoy Truffle. Been watching me for a while. For the record, I don't buy the story of the Colonial Pipeline ransom recovery at all. Why more vote no confidence can the government ask for than to let criminals cripple our economy and just shrug and say it's private business? Don't get me started. Oh, man, you feel Louis Savoy. I understand exactly what you're talking about. I feel that way as well. I get a little frustrated about all these different things myself. And the Colonial Pipeline ransom recovery thing is really wonky. I started reading more into that, and you're right. There's a lot more there than meets the eye. Does the government have keys to... is Bitcoin run by the government? Does the government have keys to Bitcoin? Apparently not. Supposedly someone from this criminal organization parked their Bitcoin in some stupid $9 wallet. And that doesn't make sense. There's something really weird about this, conspiratorial. It's not what we're being told, put it that way. Thanks for watching, Savoy. Jim C. got a call on Monday from a young man who has a few 1 ounce American Eagles. His local coin store offered him 150 below mel. Oh my, that's rip-off. Who the hell? I don't know who would offer him 100. That's not a real coin store, sir. For each one, and he wanted to know if that was a fair price. I told him to no. Your friend should be getting at least $50 over the price of gold for Eagles right now, I would think. What is the spreadsheet? Hang on a second. Wholesale spread. What dealers trade amongst themselves looks like to be in that $100 to $155 range, depending on how bad you need them. So 150 over, what's he trying to do? Make $300 a coin? That's a rip, sir. And you gave him good advice. I also told him that there's good and bad advice on YouTube, and he can call me anytime. Absolutely, I agree. 100-degree temps, yeah, Stu, it's getting pretty crazy. Benoit, nice to see you. I hope things are well in your country. I think you said you're from France, or you're in France or something. Forgive me if I'm wrong. He's always got some cool stuff to say here, and I can't disagree with him. Almost every time I read your comments, I do agree with them, sir. If you guys want, take a read of his comments and go back and make some comments on yesterday's video as well, and reply to Benoit. He's a nice guy. Double Down Guy says, for someone who curses, expect that you're unaware how to spell words correctly. You got me, sir. I did spell psychology wrong. I almost said it wrong, too. Hey, listen. I'm not perfect yet, so when I get there, I'll let you know. But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll try to... I can't promise keeping curse words down. Curse words, not stop cursing. They just kind of slip out. But I will try to spell better. Sorry about that. And Creo, the Lone Traveler, 6869. What are your thoughts on copper? You kind of lost me at 6869. It's probably so obvious I don't know what it is, but my thoughts on copper, just don't know that metal, sir. A lot more common than silver, so I think I'd rather own silver, and I think you're better off with silver. But I don't know, playing in the copper markets, holding physical copper, I don't know how smart that is. I, again, don't really know. I know scrap yards hold physical copper, but I know you have to deal with scrap yards then, and they have their discounts. So if I was going to buy copper, I guess I'd probably do it in a contract form of some form, even though I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I don't think I'd want to have physical delivery of copper personally, and then have to deal with getting it refined. Hey, Z, nice to... Oh, and thanks for watching, Creo. Z, nice to see you there, bud. Chestnut, Basel 3 has been in the works for several years. I expect some selling. The news pressure at the end of the month, accompanied by inflation pressure. Interesting. Probably up and down volatility will call for some buy the dip action. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Kako 504. I read this last night. I got to laugh. You guys really are sharp, man. I hit 504. I never knew what these little time things are, and it shows you how ignorant I am of YouTube. I guess I'm showing my age on that as well. But 504, I go there, and it sounds like I escaped some gas or something like that, but I assure you it wasn't. If I could reproduce the sound, I laughed too when I saw that, but it's this Here, where is it? No, I can't do it. There it is. Anyway, it's the mic moving. So I can create my own gas-like sounds by moving this mic. But anyway, that was pretty damn funny. I know it kind of digresses from the topic. Maybe makes me look childish, but hey, we're having fun here. That's why I do. If I didn't have fun doing these the daily videos, and trust me, it's a grind, man. 5 days a week, I got to figure out what to say and do. It's tough sometimes, and I'm not crying about it, but every day, so there's some mornings you just don't want to do a video. So, and I've consistently done these. I've only missed holidays, but I've not missed a single day since April of last year. Not a single day. And I'm kind of proud of that. I'm really consistent with this. And I appreciate you consistent followers there. Thanks for pointing that out, Keiko. Tropical says, I think National Hurricane is a good comparison to what's going to happen with the SHTF. Yeah, the shit hits the fan. Absolutely, Tropical. I believe you that 100%. And that's kind of what I was saying yesterday is the National Hurricane was referring to losing power and losing internet. I was talking about yesterday is if your whole life revolves around having power and internet, you could have an issue one day, and that includes if your finances evolve around internet and power. We could have an issue one day, folks. Whoever thought we were going to have an issue with like we did in 2020? Nobody. So, I mean, we already know the power and the internet infrastructure is weak. So just get over it, the fact it's going to happen at some point. And that's how I equated it yesterday. It's like a hurricane. I've been in hurricanes in South Florida. I've been down here most of my life. You folks that have been through it have probably been through it worse, some of you folks that live down here. But you all know, I know, I've been without power for up to almost, 2 weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks. No power. No electricity, no power, like no internet, even for a short period of time, no water. So we've been through it in South Florida, and what we do, we prepare for those type of events. We have cash on hand, and again, I'm not a big fan of the fiat dollar, never have been. It's a fiat, it's going to eventually be worthless. But the beauty of it is that you can have a dollar bill or a 20, and people trust it, and they'll take it for trade. During hurricanes, if debit cards didn't work, credit cards didn't work, you think you were going to use get some money out of one of your financial accounts or do some trade in crypto? No frickin' way. If you didn't take dollar bills out of the bank before the hurricane, you were pretty much destined maybe not to eat, not to buy anything, unless you went to one of the free government trailers. But South Floridians who've grown up down here, we know when hurricane season comes around, we get a bunch of dollar bills out of the bank, a bunch of cash. In the event that the power's out, we are going to need to buy something, and you're not going to take your silver coin, your gold coin down to the local store and trade that for some bread and milk. They won't know what the frick they're looking at. You're going to have to use dollar bills. Get over it. Boy, I went long-winded on that. So, geez, there. National Hurricane. So there's my hurricane analogy. And again, if you want to watch it, it's on yesterday's video. Thanks for watching, Tropical. Michael, my throat is dry again. You remind me of taking a sip of my coffee. So here, thanks. And Michael just kind of confirms what I just said. If you hack in, shut off areas people can't buy or sell, that really screws you. It's true. Rick Blick yesterday, new viewer, I think. Silver and gold stacking. Interesting viewpoint, Rick, too. Silver and gold stacking about preserving your wealth. What a crock. Are you kidding me? If you ask any of these silver stackers, they could care less about preserving their wealth. Hey, well, I'm going to ask right now. Any of you make comments on today's video or yesterday's video where this is yesterday's video, Rick Blick, and let Rick know what you think. Are you into this getting rich quick, or are you into preserving your wealth? I think most of us are here to preserve their wealth. And I think that's a small percentage that are looking to get rich, and they're not the smart ones, actually, and they won't get rich. And I think that's what happened is Rick kind of got bad advice, like a lot of people that think they're going to get rich get bad advice. This is about wealth preservation. Anyways, let me move on here. And of course, they're there to make money as well, but you can make money in precious metal. That story about preservation is long, dragged out, and ridiculous. Not really, sir. If you look at the charts and last year we went to a mid-level silver range that we've been in the average in $25 range, or $25 to $30 for how long now? We took that next step up, man. That's almost a double up from where it was for years and years and years. So I don't know what you're talking about there, sir. You got some bad information there. To wait an average 20 years to break even is almost a ridiculous thing I heard. Well, sir, that's why you don't want to buy high and sell low. If you listen to people that know what they're talking about and don't give you bad information, you won't have that issue. With inflation now, don't count on metals preserving your wealth, especially with thousands and thousands of tons stockpiling every year. I like your smiley faces too, and then the little cry face. That's I'm smiling so much I'm crying. You won't even come close to paying off premium in 5 years. Well, if you listen to good advice from people that know what they're talking about, and you're not buying Silver Eagles at $12 and $15 an ounce premium, then yeah, you could be correct. However, I think even if you're paying that much for Silver Eagles, silver's going to surpass that here in some time. And by the way, it's 25% to 50%, so no, sir, it's not. Wow. Hey, Rick, I really appreciate you watching the show. Watch more of my shows. I think that you'll become smarter than the average bear, and you won't be buying high and selling low and getting disappointed. You sound very disappointed with metals, and I think it just, it happens. Sometimes people get bad advice. They get in the market at the wrong time, and then they think the whole market sucks. And I think that's what we got going on with Rick. And Rick, I'll help you whatever I can. Listen to my shows. Give me a call on my phone. But I don't think you're correct here, sir. And by the way, Bitcoin is government. They opened that combat drug dealing and money laundering through the Silk Road. Nobody's bigger than the United States government. There's no way you can open your own currency. That should give you a clue right there. The government. Well, I got to tell you, Rick, I agree with this. I can't disagree with this part of your conversation right here, and that Bitcoin hackers and chain associates, and that it's possible Bitcoin is actually run by the NSA or the CIA or the FBI. It's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, so I do agree with you on that part of your conversations. I'm not sure where Jeff Goldblum comes from, but do I give Jeff Goldblum vibes? That's interesting. I'll start talking about chaos theory soon. And all serious, great video. Hey, thanks for watching Battleborn. I really appreciate it. I've heard that reference to me sounding like Jeff Goldblum before. Is this somebody I know? Anyways, hey, let's move into what we really want to talk about today. And I'm going to go over some products here, and as far as what the best deals and worst deals out there. Listen, I know, here, I'm going to just start typing stuff in up here. Silver Eagles. I talked about why Silver Eagles are a bad deal. The reason Silver Eagles are a bad deal, it's just the premiums are absolutely ridiculous on them right now. I mean, again, the wholesale cost. If I have to go out and buy them, they're going to run me, and hang on. My sheet may be a little bit outdated. Forgive me, I didn't bring up the new one here to my desk, but Silver Eagles, wholesale is probably $7 to $9 is what dealers have to pay for them amongst themselves. I wouldn't pay that myself. Wholesale, I wouldn't pay it, unless I had to. I've got a safe full of Silver Eagles that I won't sell to the public unless you beg me to have them. And I know that sounds crazy, but any of my customers will tell you I'm adamant about not buying Silver Eagles at these levels. I've got some stored away, but they're overpriced, man. If they cost me $7 to $9 over to buy them from other dealers, I've got to make $1 an ounce, so I've got to charge you $8 to $10 for them. And then some of the online sellers out there are like 12, 14, $15 over. It's ridiculous. Let me show you some better products that you can buy. And in fact, one of my largest view video accounts I ever had was when I told people to trade their Silver Eagles. And I didn't say sell them, I said trade them. You could at the time, I haven't done the math recently, you could at the time trade 100 Silver Eagles for 107 ounces of generic silver. I'd do the trade with people, and I'd still make $1 an ounce on it, which I was cool with. I'd make $107 or something. So I was fine with that. And the customer was happy walking out with 107 ounces. And all I'm going to do is take those Silver Eagles and blow them off to a dealer in the $7 to $9 range, not to customers. I'd rather not. That was a great deal right there. And what was better than Silver Eagles? Well, I was talking about trading them in for, I'm typing in the things in here, generic 1 ounce silver rounds. All right, there we go. These type of products. These are generic 1 ounce silver rounds. Again, I was telling customers you could trade 100 Silver Eagles for 107 of these things. I'm not quite sure that trade still works right now, but whoever took my advice walked out with 7 more ounces out and no money out of their pocket. And you can't beat that because, you know what? you can't resell your premium. You think you can, maybe in a market where there's big demand for Silver Eagles, but as soon as this becomes a seller market, your Silver Eagles are going to become the same price as these, if not discounted the same way. So best deal out there right now on 1 ounce silver products, if you can find them. There's big delays in delivery. There's big demand for generic product out there, folks, and these you should be paying no more than $5 per ounce premiums for 1 ounce generics. I have them available, but delayed delivery. You got to pay for them up front, and it is delayed delivery on these. But again, best deal. These at $4 to $5 per ounce premium is way better than Silver Eagles at $8 to $12 premiums. Okay, and you're going to get more silver if you buy these than you would if you bought Silver Eagles. What else? Other good deals out there in silver. Foreign silver. I don't talk much about this, but once. Well, hold on. Let's just go into some other stuff before I get into that. 90% U.S. silver coin is still far cheaper than Silver Eagles, and that's this type of stuff. Stay away from Morgan dollars and Peace dollars. The premiums on them are really high right now. In fact, they're ridiculously high. I wouldn't buy them myself if I were you guys. Again, there's 0.77 ounces in a silver dollar, and that's a silver dollar too, by the way. That's a new modern commemorative. I'm going to get to that in a minute. That's a better deal than all of these right here. But the best deal out there right now, other than Silver Eagles, U.S. Silver Eagles are made by who? The U.S. Mint. Who is this stuff? This ugly 50-cent piece and dime and quarter. Who is that made by? That's made by the U.S. Mint too. So, made by the same maker. Ugly as sin, 90% is still a far better deal than Silver Eagles. So I would go to those, and you should be paying no more than a $5 ounce per premium, or $5 per ounce premium on 90% right now from your local coin stores or online. And it's ugly as hell, I'm telling you. But you know what the beauty of this stuff is too? Look, dimes. People pay huge premiums for fractional gold, and then they complain about getting silver dimes in their chain. This is fractional silver. How much better can you get than that? If you're looking for fractional gold, you can buy fractional silver cheap, no more than you would for the half dollar, and actually less than the dollar pieces. I'm going to move, again, I already told you not to buy Morgan dollars or Peace dollars. The premiums are too high, unless you can buy them like a couple bucks over the silver price. Good deal out there is modern commems. I'm going to type in U.S. modern commems. Ready? If you can get U.S. modern commems for spot plus, and again, these are 0.77 ounces. There's the 86 Statue of Liberties. Any of these designs right here, if you can buy them in capsules or with their boxes or in certified holders, don't pay an extra dime for the holder. Trust me on that. And you can pick these up for the, again, silver price. There's 0.77 ounces of silver in them. If you can pick these up for the melt price and maybe no more than $4.50 per ounce, these are a great bargain. All these coins are U.S. commemoratives, and they're all made by the U.S. Mint. The same people that make 90% U.S. silver coins, the same people that make overpriced Silver Eagles. So great deal out there as well. I told you I was going to mention some other things out there too that were good deals, and anything that you can buy in silver right now and pay $4 to $5 an ounce premium over the melt price is a good deal. Okay. 5 to 6 is an okay deal as far as the premium go. Once you get over that $6 an ounce premium on any of the products, don't pay it. It's not worth it. You're not going to get it back. And the reason I say that is why pay it when there are products available in that $4 to $6 range that are recognizable, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Trust me on this. Don't get hung up on names, like U.S. Mint Silver Eagles. It's a name. It's a product. And again, you don't wear it, and people, you don't drive it around, so who cares what it looks like? Again, best deal out there right now, better than Silver Eagles, and made by the U.S. Mint, and better than Peace and Morgan dollars is these modern commems. If you can find them out there, and you can buy it from your local coin stores and not pay more than a $5 premium per ounce, or pay between $4 and $5, you're doing pretty damn good compared to Eagles and Peace dollars and Morgan dollars. Let's talk about one other cheap silver product, but I wouldn't buy these things, is foreign silver coins. And I'm going to type in Panama 20 Balboas because it's a big foreign silver coin that you can often find. And you used to be able to find these things in lots. They're huge. It looks like a hockey puck. But let's just type in foreign coins too. And foreign silver coins. Foreign silver coins. If you can get foreign silver coins, once I start telling you that there are no 1 ounce or 10 ounce bars available for less than $8 premium, if these premiums start getting crazier and crazier and the silver dollars are just nuts and the stuff I just showed you starts getting nuts in value, there may be some alternatives that you can go to, and that's going to be foreign silver. The problem with foreign silver, though, is a lot of it gets melted in Canadian stuff, and all different dealers have different profit margins. It's not as competitive to buy and sell this stuff, so that would be my hesitancy a little bit. However, if you could buy this stuff for melt, or a little bit over melt, I don't think you're going to get too hurt. That includes Canadian 800 fine silver, which is the equivalent to our 90% U.S. dimes, quarters, and halves. There's a lot of different foreign silvers. Again, try to keep it 800 fine and above. I don't even like 800. If you can buy foreign silvers that are in that 900, 925 range, like Panama coins are all 92% silver. And actually, Panama coins are made by the United States. They're 900 fine, I'm sorry. Panama 20 Balboas, those big coins I just showed you, if you can buy those for melt plus a couple bucks, you're doing well. But again, this is the last resort. Don't buy any foreign silver unless you can buy it for melt or less than melt, and you have a good place to sell it to when you're done. Or you can't buy anything else. The other products are just insane. Oh, gosh, what else is there out here? There's gold coins, too. Let's talk about gold coins. Gold Eagles real quick. Gold Eagles. I don't think you can do a trade on Gold Eagles and walk out with more Gold Eagles. So unless you traded a whole bunch of them. And there goes our phone ringing already. Gold American Eagles. Oh, I guess I better type in American Eagles. And I wonder if that's going to come up with the coin. Oh, gosh, I can't even spell here. Gold American Eagles. There we go. Better picture. Gold American Eagles, again, overpriced. They're well over $100 premium, and I'm certain they're still over that well over $150 premium. They're probably in the 170 to 180. There's a lot better products out there, and the better products would be gold bars. All right, not sexy, not as pretty, not as cool, maybe not even American, and unlikely American because we don't really make gold bars here. Well, let me just type in 1 ounce, make it a little simpler, because you do not want to buy 10 ounce gold bars. Another good piece of advice, unless you're a huge whale and that's the only thing available to you and you can store them somewhere and you got someone that, stay away from any bars that are bigger than 1 ounce in gold increments. Again, unless you're buying thousands of ounces, and then you're at a whole different level anyway. All these bars right here are a far better deal than Gold Eagles. Oh, DuckDuckGo reminds me that they don't track me, and I do like them way better than Google. Maybe one day they'll be a sponsor of mine. We'll see. 1 ounce gold product, whether it's Perth Mints, whether it's what is that, Sim or whoever it is, I forget the name of Royal Canadian Mints. We've had Balcombis lately. If you can pick these up in the $60 to $85 range over spot, you're doing pretty damn good. And it's way better deal than Gold Eagles at $150 over spot. What other good products are out there? Gold Commems. These are overlooked. A lot of people are looking for gold fractionals. You know that I think the premium for 1/10 Gold Eagles are like, oh my gosh, it's like 25% or 20%. It's ridiculous. Quarter ounces are like a 15 to 17% premium. That's just insane. Why would you pay that when you can buy modern? Here, I'm going to type it in modern. I'll show you different types. Modern U.S. gold commems. And there we go. There's a 1987 Constitution 5. These were all the, again, not Eagles. I'm not telling you to buy Eagles. I'm telling you to buy the commems that came in the $5 gold commems and $10 gold commems made by the U.S. Mint. And there's not too many examples on here. Let's see, modern U.S. gold. I'm going to type in $5 commems. Ready? $5 commems. And I better separate that. And again, my spelling sucks there. Sorry about that. Here we go. Here's all the different products that you can buy. If you can buy these 86 Statue of Liberties, they're made by the U.S. Mint. They're not, they're close to quarter ounce. Gold Eagles are exactly 0.25 ounces. These are 0.2419 or 2.418 something, 2.419 if you're going to round it up, ounces per coin. If you can buy these products for, let me take a look at the sheet. These are a great deal, actually, compared to any of the other fractional gold products. If you can buy these for the gold price and maybe no more than, where are we? No more than $40 per ounce premium. on these. And if you can get it down to that melt plus $30, so melt plus 30, not the gold price plus 30. Melt plus $30 on these. If you can pick these up, melt plus $20 to $40 in that range, you're doing good. And it's a way better deal than quarter-ounce gold eagles and maples and stuff. And the availability is there. So I would advise that. That would be my thoughts on the best deals in gold. And as far as other products, foreign gold, I like gold sovereigns. Again, you can pick those up. Sovereigns, I spelled that wrong. I know I did. So, please don't remind me. Spelling is, I'm not too bad a speller, but I'm a lazy speller. British sovereigns are 0.2354 ounces each. Again, way better deal than any of the quarter-ounce American Eagles. They're almost a quarter ounce. They've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. If you can buy those, the same thing. If anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks over melt, you're doing good. And again, way better than paying 15 to 17 or 15 to 20% over melt or over gold price for Eagles. Trust me on that. Well, here, I've given you a couple products, folks, and if you got any other questions and you live in my area in South Florida, please call me. Again, one of the things I remind you folks is keep it local, buy local. I advertised online and to my customers that I will beat APMEX, JM Bullion, and SD Bullion. They're all great companies. They have great prices, and the reason I have to beat them is because we're in a new generation. A lot of local coin stores haven't figured that out. I figured it out a long time ago. We're in the internet generation, and if you want to compete, you got to compete with the big boys online, and I do. I'll beat their prices anytime, and I encourage you to find a local dealer. And most local dealers that have half a brain should be doing the same thing, beating the big guys online for their prices. And again, I'd rather have you, I know it's nice to have the stuff just show up at your door, but you do have security risks there. And the other thing too is you're not keeping that money local. I can't stress how important that is in these times and how important it'll be coming up to keep your money in your state at least. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 and 4. Mondays through Fridays, happy to help you out with whatever you need. And remember, I'm a local brick and mortar only, so if you live outside my area, I really can't deal with you. We only deal face-to-face here in South Florida during our working hours. Again, if you don't live in my area and you listen to me, I really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you find yourself a good local coin and precious metal dealer. Even if you've been buying online, even if you continue buying online, eventually you're going to need some place to sell this to, so you need to establish some relationships, and do it now. Trust me on this. Hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. Let's see what happens today and tomorrow. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.